it's week 4. It's measurement, and we're looking at 1-dimension and 2-dimension questions. And here is the first one. I just want to size it correctly. All right. I'm going to show you the image on the right as well. Just hang in there. So I don't know if you guys know London at all, but in London, there is a big Ferris wheel with capsules in it called the London Eye. A lot of cities and fairgrounds have a Ferris wheel. All right, I'll show you the image here on the right-hand side. So there is the London Eye, a little bit of a gray image there. So this scenario is about the London Eye Ferris wheel. All right, so there's information that we have here underneath, 3 points that we're looking at. It says the structure is 443 feet tall, the whole structure. It says the radius of the wheel is 197 feet, and it has 32 capsules that are spaced apart evenly. All right, so there is the wheel, and you can see the little capsules. All right, these little dots there around the wheel are capsules, and people can stand in there and look out over the whole of London as that wheel turns around. Okay, if I scroll down a little bit, there is a diagram with information on it. So it's a wheel with capsules in it or on it and a radius of 197 feet. Okay, so that's the scenario. Let's see what questions they have for us. So it says here, over here, the capsules are mounted on the circumference of the wheel. Now, we all know what the circumference is of a circle. It's the outline of a circle. And question A says, calculate in feet the circumference of the wheel. Right, nice and easy. And I'm going to just write it here. Or in fact, there it is over there. The radius of the wheel is up there in the information that's given to us. They want you to work out the circumference of the wheel, and they give you the formula to use. Nice and easy. Sub into the formula. Off you go. Should take you a minute or two. Let's see those answers. Just put the answers in chat, or you can send them to us privately, or just put a thumbs up when you're done. And once the answers come through, we can go over it. Remember, at any point, if you have any questions, please feel free, raise your hand or ask us in chat. Okay, so please work out the circumference of this wheel. Given this formula, 2 times pi times radius, and the radius value is 3,142. Off you go. A minute, a bit of a warm-up question, nice and easy. What is the circumference in feet of this wheel? All right, good. Answers are coming through. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good. All right, you can put your answers there. Remember, as the answers go up in chat, please don't look at the answers. You just do yours, and then we'll check at the end. Putting the answers in there is just to show me that you've done. You carry on with yours. You don't worry about what's going up in chat. We'll check afterwards in the end. Okay. All right, everyone should be doing it. Nice and easy. What is the circumference given the formula? Shouldn't take you long. All right, let's have a look. C for circumference, 2 times pi, and pi was given as 3,142. Multiplied by the radius. They tell us the radius is 197 feet. Nice and easy. Sub it into the formula, get the calculator, and get it to do the work for us. So 2 times 3.142 times 197. There we go. So 1237,948. 1237,948 feet. And we're going to round this off to 2 decimal places. So 1237,95 feet. All right, always rounding off to 2 decimal places. Well done, good job. All right, just don't forget to round off to 2 decimal places. But you guys are on the money for that one. Okay, nice and easy one to start off with. Easy marks there, money in the bag. Let's move on to the next question and see what else they have for us. Right, so here's the next question. And they start the question with the word hence. Now I'm going to ask you again, I've asked it many times before, What does it mean when they start the next question with the word hence? Who can tell me? You can raise your hand and talk to us live. We can put it in chat. What does it mean when they start the next question with the word hence? What do you understand it to mean? What is it telling you? Nintendo, when they want you to prove something, they'll use the word prove. Hence, like has come up already, yes, it means that use the previous question's answer here in this question. Okay, so whatever your answer was in the previous question, use it now here. All right, so hence means take your previous question's answer and use it now. So take the previous question's answer and calculate the distance to the nearest meter. That reminds me. Do I have... Oh, come on, come on, come on. Let's move. Move, 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 move. Not moving. Moving. Not moving. Moving. Oh, guys, it doesn't want to move. All right, we're going to have to restart the engine again. This happens sometimes, especially when you need it to move. It doesn't want to. All right, guys, just hang on to your hats. We're going to restart this engine. Just bear with me as we restart the engine because this car does not want to go. All right, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. We'll be there in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let me put one in here. So I'm looking for a conversion and they didn't provide one here. So I'll give you a conversion. Let's use a conversion. I'll give you one. So 1 meter equals, let's say 3,6 feet. All right, there's a conversion. So they say, hence, calculate the distance to the nearest meter on the circumference between any two capsules right next to each other. Okay, so let's just understand what this means. So if we look at this diagram here, we can see that there are capsules. All right, so I'm just circling one, and there's another one there. What they want us to do is to work out what is the distance between these two capsules. All right, on the circumference. What is the distance between those two capsules? They want it in meters. All right, so we're going to give it to them in meters. And what you need to know, and it should be at the top here. Oh, that's also not there. Oh, there we go. It has 32 capsules. All right, so the circumference has 32 capsules. There it is. All right, I'm going to bring that information down here. So there's a conversion. And I'm also going to write there are 32 capsules. Okay, and I'm going to show you the previous answer. All right, so there's the previous answer up there, 1,237.95 feet. I've given you a conversion over here. All right, and I've told you there are 32 capsules. They want to know what is the distance between two capsules that are next to each other on the circumference. All right. Bianca, the first question was, what is the circumference of this Ferris wheel? So up here on the top right, we worked out the circumference of the Ferris wheel there. That's the full circumference of the circle, all right? All the way around a circle. And then we've got two capsules. I'll put one there and one there. And they want to know, what is this distance here between the two capsules on the circumference if there are 32 capsules? And by the way, they want this distance in meters, not feet. Okay. So Kia's going to help you with the black screen. She's going to give you some information on how to fix that. All right, guys, so we're going to work out what is the distance between two capsules. There are 32 capsules in a circumference, and there's a conversion for you guys over there. All right, I'll give you a couple of minutes. I've given you some information to be able to do this one. All right, so once you've done it, just put your answers in there, or you can raise your hand and ask a question, or you can raise your hand and tell us how you're doing it. It's up to you, but we should all be trying this one. What is the distance between two capsules if there are 32 capsules on the circumference and they want this distance in meters? Okay, so look at this red circle here. All right, in this red circle, the circumference is over here, 1,237.95 feet, all the way around that red circle. And on that red circle, there are little capsules. I've circled it there, blue dots. All right. They want to know what is the distance just between two of these things. Remember, there's 32 of them on here. But we want to know what is the distance between two of these if there are 32 of them on here. Okay. So it's the distance on that red line between those 2 points there. And they want this in meters. Charles, that looks a little bit big, but we'll see. We'll have a look. All right, we're getting some answers there. Okay, good. Let's wait a little bit longer for some more answers to come through. I hope everyone's busy with this one. All right. Remember, don't stare at the chat screen. Don't look at the answers. You try it yourself, and then we compare at the end. Okay. Yeah, Charles, that looks a bit better. That looks a bit better. There we go. All right, well done, Lindsay. Good, well done, Lee. Good job. Right, answers are coming in. Well done, Matrix. I can see you guys are working there. Well done, Nashan. Good job. Well done, Peter, Lesejo, Arthur. Well done. Good job. Showing the units there. Good. All right, excellent. Well done. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see how we do this. So we're going to take this circumference here, and we're going to use it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab it here. We're going to take this circumference. Now, what you can do is you can cut this up into the 32 pieces first, or you can convert it into meters and then cut it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it up first. Doesn't matter which way you do it. You can convert first or cut it up first. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to cut this up into 32 pieces. All right? Because there's 32 capsules. So this will give us a distance between each one. So 1, 2, 3, 7.95 divided by 32. And this is going to give us 38,6859. 38,6859. Let me write one more decimal. You guys like 5 decimal places. Let's put another one there. That's 38,68593 feet between each capsule. But we need meters. And I said each meter is 3,6 feet. So I'm going to take 38,68593. The whole thing, don't round it off yet. And I'm going to divide it by 3,6 because each 3,6 of these feet is a meter. So I'm cutting it up into 3,6 feet pieces. All right. So I'm just going to take my answer there on the screen. I'm going to say divide by 3.6. And there we go. 10,74609. 10,74609 meters, which rounds off to 10,75. Well done. Good job, everyone. Well done. Fantastic. All right. I hope you see how we did that. If at any point you're like, what is going on here? Raise your hand or send us a message. Say, sir, please go back there. I didn't understand what you did, but I hope you understand. Yeah. So we took the whole circumference. We said there are 32 points on that circumference. They want to know what is the distance between each one. So we cut that whole circumference up into 32 pieces. And we see that each piece is 38,68 feet, but we want that in meters. So we have to divide by 3.6 feet. All right, Mohammed, check your screen there.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, young man?
I'm doing a bit better.
Good.
Okay, sir. So the way I did it is I said 1,237.95, and then I converted it to meters first.
You can.
And then I divided it by 32 capsules. Is that fine also?
Perfect. That's fine. Not a problem. Like I said, you can convert first and then divide by 32, or divide by 32 and convert after. Both of them will get you the right answer. That's fine. Not a problem at all.
Okay, so and just I mustn't round my answers now. I should only round it off right at the end.
Only at the end. Always, always, always.
No, even
at
if
the
there's
end.
like 10 decimals in all there, I should just leave it.
So yeah, I understand your frustration, because who wants to write out all those decimals? So like I say, so what we've been learning as we go through these lessons here is that when you use the fourth or the fifth decimal, I mean, I often use the fourth, but you guys proved me wrong the one night, and you said, sir, if you don't use the fifth one, you might get an error. So we actually moved on to using 5, but 5 is more than enough accuracy. Okay, unless you're going to take the fourth or the fifth decimal place and you're going to multiply it by something huge, usually your accuracy is fine. If you are nervous, a nervous person, and you're like, oh, I'm very nervous about keeping accuracy and not losing marks, write the whole thing out. But with practice and with experience, I've noticed the fourth or the fifth, we've checked, and actually the fifth is better. The fifth decimal will get you there. All right. So you don't have to write the whole thing out, but try write out as many, at least 4 or 5 decimal places to work with. Okay.
So and then I was doing one past your paper, and then there was this one question to calculate this interquartile. I don't know. I just left it open. So can I speak to you about this after the class?
Sure. You can send me a message after the class. Yes, no problem.
So I do not have your number though. I think you have mine though.
You've got my email address. I'm sure I gave it to you.
No, my phone got stolen and everything. So it's like a whole new thing.
All right. We'll say afterwards, and we'll make a plan to get you an email address.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right. As exams start next week, talk about nerves. Emmanuel, you must speak. I hope you've been speaking to the matrics. These guys are nervous. They're very, very nervous. It's so interesting when the matrics get close to the exams, how they get quiet. They get very, very, very quiet. These bubbly matriculants all of a sudden get very, very, very serious and very, very, very quiet. So, Fiso, how are you doing?
I'm
good,
good,
and you?
thanks, and yourself.
Good, thank you.
So can I please ask, so what's gonna happen if like you don't write the whole number, but you just keep it in your calculator and then you round off later? Is it fine like that? What's gonna happen? Are you gonna be marked down or something?
No, but see, so for example, if you write here, this one answer we have here, I'll rub it out. So let's say you did that, or even that.
Yes,
there was a 5 after this 8. So if you'd done 38,6, so what the marker will do is they'll look for this 38,68 here. If you've rounded it off, they're going to say, oh, okay, he's rounded off here. I hope it doesn't mean that his answer is incorrect.
Incorrect.
So they'll check here 38,68. Or maybe you round it up to 38,69, and they're like, oh, okay, we're expecting an 8 here, but it's fine. Let's go down to the answer. If your answer is still 10,75, it's not an issue. But if your answer is wrong, like 10,74, in fact, like I said to you guys last week, if you 10,74, they won't mark you down in the end. All right. If you like 1 second decimal place off, they're not going to penalize you. If you 10,7 when it should be 10,75, or if you 10,79, then they'll take issue with that. Okay. So it won't make a big deal if you don't write all the decimals, but as long as you're saving them on your calculator to make sure you're accurate at the end.
Yes, sir. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
That's fine. You save it in the end, you'll be right. All right. Let's move on. Good questions from you guys tonight. Let's move on to the next scenario. Here we go. All right, I want to bring this. Let's bring this down so we can see it all together. So here is the contextual text. Mr. Jonathan and his wife decided to arrange a birthday party for their only daughter. They purchased a 2-layered round chocolate cake at a bakery. The diameter of the bottom layer is 250 millimeters and the diameter of the top layer is 18 centimeters. All right, so we have all this information here on the right-hand side. Okay, so we see diameter of top layer 18, diameter of bottom layer 250 mils. And they also give us the area of a circle formula there. Okay, so that's the scenario. All right, 2 cylinders on top of each other to make a 2-layered cake. Let's see what the question is. All right, here's the first question. Oh, guys. Oh, 5 marks. And the sharks start circling. All right, now listen, when you see a big question like this, please don't freak out. Okay, do not be afraid. It just means there's more steps than usual. That's all it means. Doesn't mean it's a very complex question. They just want to do you more. They want to give you more steps in one question than what you used to. Okay, so don't freak out when you see a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or 8 mark question. You just do it step by step by step, very carefully. Okay, but let's see what they have. Determine the area indicated on the top layer, there we can see it there, of the chocolate cake in square millimeters. Give your answer to the nearest whole millimeters. It should be millimeter. All right, read it again. Determine the area of the top of the cake in millimeters squared and give your answer to the nearest whole millimeter. All right, I'm going to let you guys try this one. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Determine the area of the top of the cake. That's this part here that I am highlighting. Determine that area. Guys, they give you the formula. Pi, now if they don't give you pi like that, use, let's use 3,142. All right, they should give you pi. Let's use 3,142 as our pi as usual. All right, work out the area for me, please. Should take you a couple of minutes. Don't worry about the 5 marks. You just try this one. Let's see how you do. Work out the area of this piece of cake, please. Shouldn't take you long. Remember, if you have any questions about what we're doing, please raise your hand or send us a private message. Don't feel shy. Like Kia always says, speak now. Don't ever hold your peace. Oh,
We are
Nishan,
here for you.
we are here for you. We will help you out.
To soldier through and through.
That's got to be track number 2 on our album.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Finally, we have a second track.
I got a second track. Right. All right. Some answers coming through. Don't worry about what's happening in chat. Don't worry about answers coming through. You think about it. You try it yourself. Let's see what you get. I can see Zahir is working very hard there. Well done, Zahir. Good job. That's it, Zahir. Don't let me distract you. You keep going. All right, good job. You guys are working well. Excellent. Some answers are coming through. Don't worry about what's coming up in chat. You do yours. Make sure you got some calculations in front of you because we want to check your calculations. We want to, you want to see what you are doing, where you make a mistake, if you've made a mistake. Good, answers still coming through. We'll wait a couple more minutes. Sean, we're going to check now. We'll check very soon. You keep your answer with you there. Don't doubt yourself, right? Make sure you guys write your calculations down to see what your method is. And if it is incorrect, not saying it will be, but if it is, we can check where you've made a slight error and correct it. All right. Excellent. Okay, guys are even rechecking. That's fantastic. All right. Let's have a look. See how we do this one. So we need to work out the area of that shape. That shape is obviously a circle. They also give us the formula for the area of a circle, so we're going to use that formula. Okay. So I'm going to write the formula out always. Write it out first. Area is equal to pi, and we know pi is 3,142 times a radius squared. I'm just going to write this out first. Okay. Now we need a radius for this formula. They tell us that the diameter of the cake is 19 centimeters. All right. Now, two things. We obviously need to convert the diameter of 19 centimeters into a radius. So on the side here, I'm going to do that quickly. I'm not going to do it inside the formula, although you can. I'm going to do it on the side here just to show you guys how we always do it. So the radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. So I'm going to take 18 centimeters and I'm going to divide it by 2. This obviously gives us 9 centimeters. Okay. Now, please note, and Kia will back me up here, I'm writing units wherever I can. Why? Because I'm such a good student and I always do what the teacher says. Fine. But also, this will remind you on what units you need to be in the end. Okay? So if you're writing centimeters everywhere, and you're checking your question, the question says you need to be in millimeters squared. So when you see centimeters in front of you, but you look back and the question says millimeters, then you'll realize, oops, I've got to convert my centimeters into millimeters. And always do it first before you go into the formula. Okay, so the radius needs to be converted first. So this 9 centimeters here must be changed to millimeters. We're going to times it by 10, obviously, and this will give us 90 millimeters. And because I'm writing units all the time, I can see, I'm in the right format for my units now. Then you put it into your formula. So everything must be ready before it goes into your formula. So I'm going to write 90 inside there, and I'm going to put a bracket around it, and I'm going to square it. Okay. So now we get the calculator out. So we're going to 3,142 times 90 squared. Okay, 25450,2. 25450,2. Now, what are my units? Well, if you put in millimeters, you should be getting millimeters squared out. All right, we have a question. I think we have a question there. Mohammed, just check your screen. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so what I did is 3.142 times, and I put 90 in brackets, and then I put square, and I get 25.45, because the formula says radius in brackets squared. Try it, and you get 25.45.
So
Rounded it off, right?
check my
90 brackets. Put 90 in brackets, sir.
All right, let's try it. Let's try it out.
Equals. Then there's something wrong with my calculator.
Just check that you got exactly the right thing, exactly the same thing in your calculator as you do in mine.
Yes, I don't know. It's something with this.
So maybe you've got a point behind 25. Maybe your calculator is using a point to show you the thousands delineated, to show you thousands. Maybe that's what it is. But the comma should be after the 0 there, after 50. Okay, so maybe your calculator has got a a point delineator for thousands. For example, every 3 zeros, it puts a point to show you millions and thousands. Maybe it's doing that for you. But as it is in the calculator, you should get 25,000.
Okay.
Okay, just
Thank you,
check that
sir.
again. Just check that again, please. All right. So we got 25,450,2 millimeters squared. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I asked you to please write your calculation down, look at your method, and now you can compare. So if you're not getting this answer, you're getting something else. What is different? Now, those people that are getting different answers, did you check the difference? Did you check where we differ in our methodology? What did you do? That's a little bit different. Oh, there's another question. Peter, just check your screen there. There should be a little thing. There we go, Peter.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, sir. Sir, I want to check where I went wrong because I'm getting not the same answer with you. So I said,
Yes.
I wrote 3,142 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 2 because 9 is our radius.
Okay, two things, right? I'm going to write exactly what you said there. I'm going to put a 9, and then you said multiplied
by 2.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
All right.
Then
Okay.
I got.
Let's
then
have a look at
after
this.
that, okay,
Hold on.
sorry.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. So first of all, the 9, that must be 9 centimeters, eh?
Oh, I now understand, sir.
Okay. So first of all, the 9, we need to change that to millimeters. So you see over here on the right-hand side, I changed my 9 centimeters to become millimeters because the question wants millimeters squared. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is,
Okay.
in your formula there, it's not times 2, it's to the power of 2. So if I go to the question up here, you can see in the formula that they give us, area of a circle is radius squared. Okay,
You know what, where I went wrong somewhere? I thought we multiply, not
yeah.
That's where I did wrong. I said 9 multiplied by 2 instead of 9 to the power 2.
Yeah, it's all right. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so we've got to say 90 on the calculator and then press this button to the power of 2. Okay. All right. Excellent. Peter, thank you very much for asking those questions.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Pleasure. All right. So ladies and gents, are we all, so where would we get the, Sonke? I love that question. So why is it for 5 marks? Now, let me just bring this to your attention. When you first saw the 5 marks, did you freak out a little bit and look at the sum? Is it that bad? No, it's not that bad. So first of all, converting your 18 centimeters into a radius, there should be a mark there. Secondly, changing your 9 centimeters into millimeters, the conversion, there should be a mark over there. Then subbing into your formula over here, all right? And I think in your radius calculation, I think taking the correct diameter of 18 will be a mark there as well, and then a mark for your final answer. So there's a lot of little marks on the side here, outside of actually subbing into the formula, that they will give you. A little bit of work you have to do before you go into the formula here. Okay, so the moral of the story in this question is check what units you're working in. Please, please, please write your units down like I am. I'm seeing, oh, centimeters. I can't be in centimeters. I've got to change that to millimeters. Okay. So they're trying to trick you with a lot of little calculations that you have to do before you actually get to the formula. Be careful of that. Read the question carefully. Okay. All right. If there's no further questions on this one, we're going to move on. Let's see. Question number 2, 4 marks. Let's see what they're asking. A ribbon will be wrapped around the circumference of the bottom layer cake and must overlap by 50 millimeters. Calculate the length of this ribbon in millimeters. All right, so let's just picture what that is. Okay, so the bottom layer of the cake, there is a ribbon that gets wrapped around the bottom layer of this cake, around the circumference of this cake. Okay, so there's a ribbon. They want to know how long is that ribbon in millimeters, but it's got to overlap. When they say overlap, instead of the ends meeting end on end, you need a piece to go over, an overlap like that. So you need a little bit extra. All right, it mustn't meet end to end. It must meet end to end, plus there must be a little bit that goes over. That's what overlapping is. All right, they need 50 millimeters of overlapping. Now I'm going to bring the diameter of this cake down for this question. So D for diameter of this cake, this bottom layer, is 250 millimeters. You need that, you need the text information, and you need the formula, and off you go. How long is this ribbon? If it goes around the circumference of the bottom layer with a 50 millimeter overlap, they want this length in millimeters, please. Sure, it's so quiet. Everyone's working so hard. Zahir's covered his camera now. Zahir's covered his camera. He doesn't want Sir. He does not want Sir to see him working. Oh my God. Doesn't want the teacher to watch him. All right, we got answers coming out. Good. Mm. Oh, guys. Please don't worry about what other people are putting in chat. Make sure that you do your own work. All right, because you need to see how you do with your method and your calculations. All right, so don't worry about getting an answer out. Just make sure that your method and calculations are correct. All right, well done, so lazy. Got an answer out there. Very good. All right, excellent. Still got answers coming through. Keep them coming. You keep working. All right, good. Good. Still getting answers coming through. Good, good, good. All right, one more minute, then we're going to try this one. You keep going. Don't worry about what's on the screen. You just keep doing your work, okay? Excellent. Good. Keep them coming. All right, there we go. All right, let's have a look see. Let's have a look see how we do this one. Good. We've got lots of answers coming through. That's fantastic. All right, so there I'm starting to write my formula out first, because when I write this formula out, I'm checking to see what needs to go in it. Okay, we need to work out the circumference here. We need a 2, we need pi, which is all given to us. We need a radius. Now, they don't give us a radius, they give us a diameter. So let's quickly work out the radius. So the radius is the diameter, which is 250 millimeters divided by 2. This is going to give us 125 millimeters for a radius. All right, now we can put this radius into our formula. So 125 millimeters goes into our formula. Okay, So now the calculator comes out. Everything's ready to calculate. 3,142 times 125. All right. So let's see what we get. So we get 785,5. 785,5 millimeters. Okay, we put millimeters in, we're getting millimeters out. But this is not the end, because they say it's not just going to go all the way around and overlap and form a circumference. So if I draw a little diagram to the best of my ability, the circumference goes all the way around, but at the end, you've got to have a little piece that overlaps, right? You see that overlap at the end here? That's what we need to also take into account. So the circumference is 785,5 all the way around the circle, but we also need to add on the 50 millimeter overlap. So we have to add that on to this answer. So I'm going to just say plus 50, and that gives us 835,5, 835,5 millimeters. All right, hope you guys see that. If you check yours and you check mine, what is the difference? Why is yours different? Just make sure that you can see that. If it's a small little error, it's fine. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're not getting it right. As long as you can check, oh, what did I do? I forgot to add on the 50. Or I forgot to change the diameter to a radius. Okay, so one more. Ooh, there's a question. Tobachali,
Hey, sir.
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks, sir. How you
Good.
doing?
I'm good, thank you. What can I help you with?
Okay, sir. I'm getting frustrated here. They're saying, where did you get 50 from?
All right, let me go up to the question.
Okay.
So the question says, there it is, a ribbon will be wrapped around the circumference of the bottom layer cake and must overlap by 50 millimeters.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So you
I
did
get
you
it, sir.
did you get 785,5?
Yeah.
All right, so it's fine. You just have to add on the 50 millimeters.
Oh. Okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Thank you for your question.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, there we go. Excellent. So I hope you guys can see that answer and how we got it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's move on and see what else we have for you tonight. Here's another one. All right. Itumeleng makes and sells bird houses at a local flea market. He uses a single board that is 14 centimeters wide and 20 millimeters thick to make one birdhouse. All right. So there is a birdhouse and it's a wooden box. And obviously there is a hole in the front there that you can see, and that's where the bird goes into that wooden box. Okay. So let's see what else they say. Over here at the bottom, there's a sentence that says the front part of the birdhouse has a circular hole with a diameter of 4.2 centimeters drilled into it. So this circular hole has got a diameter of 4.2 centimeters. I hope we've got all the information to answer these questions. Let's check. All right. No, we don't. All right, I'm going to add in a dimension here. Okay, so I'm going to give it to you. You guys can work with it. So I'm going to say that this front board, all right, of this birdhouse, 14 centimeters wide, and I'm saying it's 18 centimeters high. Okay, so that front rectangular piece of board that I'm highlighting there is 14 centimeters wide and 18 centimeters high. Okay, don't worry about thickness. So the question is, calculate in centimeters squared the surface of that front panel, that part of the birdhouse. Just remember that there is a hole in it. All right. You may use the formula area of a rectangle and area of a circle. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll bring all of this down to the question so we can see it clearly. So let me bring this all down. and put it on the side here. Let's put it over here. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's all the information. We've got this birdhouse. There's a front panel with a hole in it. They want to know what is the area of this front panel that I'm highlighting here. What is the area of that piece of wood? Okay, and they want it in centimeters squared. Who would like to tell me how on earth do we even approach this one? What should we do? Who would like to give us a hint on how we work out the area of the wooden part there of this front of this birdhouse? Is there anybody that can give us a hint? Anybody?
Somebody.
Somebody.
Anybody.
All right, there we go. Kabo.
That's,
Hey, how you doing? Kabo, you there?
Hi, sir.
You okay? You there?
Yes. Yes,
Tell me,
I'm fine.
are you writing the same time as all the other normal schools?
Yeah, I've written 3 papers already.
Okay, so it's private school. So IEV's also has also started, so it's a private school, eh? Okay. How's
Yeah.
it going? Okay.
Yeah, just really tired.
Oh, just hang in there, right? It's quite a long distance. Just hang in there. All right, what are we going to do
Thanks,
here?
sir.
What do we do?
So I think you have to work out the area of a rectangle,
Good.
and then when you get that answer, you're gonna minus the diameter from that from the area of the rectangle.
Yes. Excellent. So what Kabo was saying is work out the area of the rectangle first, and then work out the area of this little hole and take it out of the rectangle. Okay, so we don't want the hole, so you got to remove it. Yes, Kabo, that's exactly how we're going to do it. Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. So it shouldn't take you long. We need to work out the area of the rectangle, area of the hole. Yes, Kayan. Yes. You're on the money. All right, off you go. You've got 2 formulas there. You need to use them. All the information's in front of you. Area of the rectangle, area of the hole. Shouldn't take you too long. We're going to end off tonight with this one. I'm not going to put you through any more. As soon as you got an answer, you can either put a thumbs up in chat, say, yes, I've got it. Or you can put your answer out there, but please don't wait for answers and then react. You must be working on it on your own. Okay, you should be working on it on your own. All right, good job, Nishan. Well done, Aura. Good. You guys keep it coming. You keep your answers coming. Well done, Lee. All right, so not that difficult. All right, Nishan, good job. Keep those answers coming, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you give up. Don't you just sit back and watch. It's not TikTok. It's not Netflix. Hey, you got to participate. You got to get involved. Practice makes perfect. We're ending with this one. All right, give you 1 more minute that we're going to try this one out. All right. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look. All right, so we need to work out the area of the rectangle, the area of the circle, and remove the circle out. Okay, so I'm going to do the rectangle first, nice and easy. It's length times width. I told you that the length was 18 centimeters, and I told you that the width is 14 centimeters. The question says they want an answer in centimeters square, so our units are fine. All right, just check on that, but our units are fine. We're working in centimeters, that's fine. So I'm going to work this one out now. So 18 times 14, 252 centimeters squared for the rectangle. Okay, now we're going to move down to the little red circle. All right. And what we're going to do is we're first going to find a radius, because this formula needs a radius. They give us a diameter. So we're going to take the diameter of 4,2 centimeters and cut it in half. That'll give us 2,1 centimeters for our radius. Now we can put the radius in. So it's 2,1. We know it's centimeters. So we're good. And we must square that. Okay. And let the calculator do the work for us here. So 3,142 times 2.1 squared. 13,85622. 13,85622 centimeters squared. We've got the two areas of those two shapes. All we have to do now is subtract them. So I'm going to move down and create some more space here. All right, so we're going to subtract the two. So I'm going to say 252, don't need a comma, minus 13,85622. So 252 minus 13,85622. 238,14378. 238,14738 centimeters squared. Rounded off is 238,15 centimeters squared. Well done. Well done to all those. You got it. Well done. Just check your answers there. Maybe a rounding issue. Maybe you forgot to subtract the 13,8. Yes. 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 I think you're tired, Carl. Don't stress about it. But yeah, you've got to read the question carefully. So my best suggestion is I often write the whole formula out first, and I look at it and I see, okay, my formula needs a radius. Do they give us a radius in the question? Yes, put it straight in. No, I've got to change something to make it a radius and then put it into my formula. Okay, so write the formula out in full. Yes, Avizel, you're absolutely right. Nishan, we discussed this last week. If you are saying, for example, 238,14, they're not going to penalize you every time you make a rounding error like that. Okay, they can't take marks off you every time they're making a rounding error like that, even though the question says round off to 2 decimal places. So this exam is not about how to round off to 2 decimal places correctly all the time. So it's okay if you like 1-4 instead of 1-5. But if there's a question that says round this off to 1 decimal place, and the question is specific, and you do that incorrectly, that is the question that could penalize you for rounding, but not in the normal question when you're rounding off to 2 decimal places. If you're getting 238,14 and it should be 238,15, it's fine. You're not going to be penalized over and over again. Okay. But if the question is specific about rounding, that's the question where they could penalize you. Maybe you lose 1 mark there. Okay. All right. It's noodles, everyone, for tonight. And we will see you on Thursday.